Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome to my channel. My name is Humna and I create content connected to art, healing and spirituality. Through these messages that I'm sharing, I have a very clear intention for myself and for those listening that we come closer to Allah, and that's the way He keeps us. So not just come closer to Him, but also for Him to keep us close to Him. Because, of course, when we do our zikr, we do our ibadat, we try to connect to Allah, of course, we come closer to Him. But the whole trick is how can we stay close to Him through life and whatever life does to us. So, through these videos, they kind of help me go into these topics and reconnect my iman, my faith and taqwa, so that I can share with you all what insights I'm receiving. And of course, I'd love to hear from you in the comment section if it is something that, gave you peace, grounding, insight, or some kind of guidance. Please do share it or send me a message through my WhatsApp, those of you who know me that personally. Otherwise, you can connect with me through my Instagram and TikTok and send me a message there. So today's topic that I sat with was, so many times I've actually kind of tried to understand what our religion really is. What is it that we're meant to be focusing on? And the more I go deeper into understanding who Allah is and why He wants us to know Him and why He wants us to stay close to Him, is because He's preparing us for that meeting that we're going to be having with Him. And it's not like a meeting that only a Muslim will have and only a believer will have. It's going to be a meeting that every single creation, like every single soul that Allah created, will have with Him. And so we're all being asked to become conscious of that meeting. And the more we connect to Allah, the more He wants us to be coming back to Him in a certain way. So it's like when we borrow a book from the library, right? What condition do we want to return it in? The question is, how much care are you going to um, be taking off that book when it's with you? Are you going to put tea on it, or you're going to spill food and oil stains on it, or you're going to like wash it under the tap? What is it that, what are your actions that will help to keep that book safe? And that was something, I was thinking, okay, what is it that Allah has given us that when we return back to Him is going to be kind of like the key to getting into our homes in Jannat, inshaAllah ta'ala. So it is, of course, our heart. And so the more I think about it, the more I feel like so many times in life I have abandoned my heart um, for pleasing others, and not not give my heart the space to be, and um, not valued myself or my heart enough to take care of it. And Allah is saying to us that it is basically your heart and the condition of the heart that you bring back to me that will tell you, that is what will be judged on the day of judgment. So we've been made to be so scared about the day of judgment, and that is only by people whose hearts were polluted with darkness. So be scared and do this and be scared, and because what will Allah do to you? But what if Allah's already given us the key to cleaning that heart, to keeping the heart in a condition that He will be pleased with, that He will look forward to seeing? So, how can you keep your heart clean? And And for me, it's like constantly being reminded of that meeting, never, ever, ever forgetting that meeting and focusing completely on everything that I do through my day. How is this going to be affecting my heart? And if it's affecting in a negative way, then how can I remove the negativity that I'm feeling in myself? And if I'm feeling positive, then how can I increase that positivity in my heart so that I can feel more excited, more love, more joy and compassion and respect towards this heart that Allah has placed in my chest? And it's so it's like the dunya, the world will constantly tell you, don't do the things that your heart says, stop listening to your heart. And I've heard this when I was younger. um, Big heart, small heart. She cries a lot, she has a small heart. She doesn't share, she has a small heart. you know Allah did not give us small or big hearts. Allah did not say to a believer, I'm going to give a heart that is, 20 grams, or, to the disbeliever, I'm going to give them only one. It's like we've made these silly sizes of hearts, like you have a big heart because you give charity or you give something. But what if the person doesn't give charity and they give their time, they give their knowledge, they give their love? But what about those people? Like, what about, first of all, why do we have these sizes? Like, definitions of these sizes need to change. Rather, we need to not have a definition on something that Allah lives in. This is the house, the home of Allah. Our hearts is where Allah is. That is where He resides. His light is within our hearts. So to say, like, oh, this one has a small heart, this one has a big heart, we're judging Allah's home where He's choosing to live. He says that in one of the hadiths I've read that. I hope that it is the right hadith, and I always feel very conscious and slightly nervous when I share hadith or anything, because I don't want people to turn around and say, oh, this hadith you said is wrong and all that. Well, Allah's protecting me, so inshallah I will be fine. But what I'm saying is, okay, there's a hadith which says, uh, I am the light of the heavens and the earth, and I am in the heart of a faithful believer. Um, the light cannot be in the universe as it is. You can't find me. To find me, you have to go into your heart, because in your heart is the light that is me. And I feel like I've changed the hadith. Well, I'm really sorry, Alamia, and I'm sorry, Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and to those listening. But I hope you're getting the gist. The light could not, this light that you have in your heart, not like a switch bulb on, like a tiny little bulb that when you cut your heart, you'll be able to physically see light. This is where I'm talking about a very, um, I'm talking about the the light that Allah's placed, that only your soul can sense, and soul of the others, not your mind. It's not something that you will see, it's the light that is felt. And that light, to be purified, that's the light we have to like take to Allah, back in that treasure box that He has given us. And so if we don't take care of our heart in which He is, then we're not taking care of Him. As I said that, I got so emotional. We're not taking care of our heart, so we're not taking care of Him. And it hurts. It hurts that somebody who loves us so much, we choose other people over Him constantly. He's the one who's given the heartbeat, the breath, the body to be operating in the way that it does. He's the one who's given us this experience of being a human. He's the one who's healing us, guiding us, holding us, helping us, teaching us. He's the one who's constantly there for us, and we constantly choose dunya, our relationships, people, culture, traditions. We're so fogged out in our brain. And oh my God, I'm so emotional right now, because the energy that I'm picking is that we didn't take care of Allah, and He constantly took care of us without anything. He doesn't want us to do anything for Him. He's just saying, take care of your heart. In your heart is the light of the heavens and the earth. And what that truly means is that in your heart, I have placed the guidance that will bring you back to me, to my heaven. And it is what will guide you on this earth. So channel into that heart, breathe in it, recognize the love He has for you through that heart. Oh, that's just so beautiful. Allah Tera Shukr. Now, I'll read the quote that came through. No one and nothing will stand with you on the day of judgment. No loved ones, no degree, no worldly possessions to hide behind. Nothing, absolutely nothing at all. What this means is that Allah is telling us, okay, when you are going to be with me on the day of judgment, the only thing that will matter is your heart. It's not going to be your relatives. It's not going to be your grandmother or mother or sister or daughter or husband or your dog or your shopkeeper or your lover or whatever it is. Nobody, no relationship. Then it says no degree, which means that any knowledge that you have attained in this dunya will remain in this dunya, for it belongs to this dunya and it was given to you so that you could operate better in this dunya, which means knowledge is connected to the mind. So your mind was given to you so that you could operate in a way on this planet that you needed to. So the mind is a tool, is a vehicle that helps you navigate this world. But your mind was developed after your heart was developed in the womb. So your heart came first, and through that heart, the blood was sent around, and the body was created, and then the mind was created. I think the mind was created, and then the body was created. Or either way, you get the gist. Heart was the one that came first, right? And then it says, it will be you and him alone. Now, I wrote that in a separate line just so that you can actually read that. Maybe you can like post it around your house and be constantly remembering that line. It will be you and him alone. So the journey on this planet of this life is not about being married or having children or becoming a doctor, engineer, and serving the universe. It is about you and your love, or so called that it needs to be your love, your first priority, your Allah. For the whole journey is you coming from Him and going towards Him. How are you going to come into this world was decided by Him. Who are you going to be born to was decided by Him. What life you will be living and your soul journey, your soul purpose was decided by Him. And so when you start living your soul's journey, your soul's purpose, that will help you on the path to Him. So when you come from Him, then you're going to go to Him. For you are created for Him, right? So your knowledge, the only knowledge your brain could handle was given to you so that you could survive on this planet. The only kind of parents that needed to teach you the lesson were gifted to you so that you could rise above them and understand how to break the generational patterns that you have been led to and made aware of. Now, the thing is, we see so many things that are going wrong in our families and society, and we can continue doing them because we're not scared of Allah. We're not focused on that meeting. We're not focused on our heart. We suppress our hearts so that we are able to remain peaceful and not create chaos in the world. Whereas what's happening is the chaos gets created inside your heart. For you started the war with your heart. And your heart belongs to Allah. So Allah will take care of that heart even if you don't. Because that heart belongs to Him. This is His house. He placed his light in you. So if you are incapable of taking care of his light, of making that meeting the most important thing, of when you will return the heart back to your Allah with light full of love in it, if you're not going to focus on all that, then he has ways of purifying that heart. And may Allah keep you close to him and keep bringing you close to him, regardless of what he sends to you. May you always remember that it is for your goodness, so that the pain that you receive from him is not the pain so that you go and stay in darkness, but it is the pain that leads you back to his light. For you will understand only and only when your reality is shaken, then only you will understand that your attachments were based on what you were taught and told by the society, and not what Allah wants you to be attached to. He wants you to be attached to that meeting that you're going to have, so that that meeting will make you want to take care of your heart and value the people and things that he has placed in your heart, and not neglect them, not sacrifice them, not sabotage them, because he knows what your heart needs, and he will put those people, those experiences, those dreams and desires in you and make you pray for them, so that you are able to heal yourself through those prayers, through those people, through those things that he's calling you toward, through the talent that he's given you, right? The moment we truly understand the magnitude of that meeting, we start preparing for it. There is no other focus. It is only and only that meeting. The focus is not what you do here. The focus needs to be on what you could have done to keep your heart clean and purified for when it would be returned to its owner. Your heart, your body, your soul, your mind, your being belongs to Allah. For to him you came from him, for him you belong to, and to him you will return. I kind of went a little like my words kind of didn't come out. And what I'm getting is that the energy, just that fact, is also really scary for so many of us, that are just to acknowledge that fact makes us not have control. And the mind will always stop you from um, from letting go of what needs to be let go, let go, if that is even a word. So we need to really be clear in the statement that we came from him, and nothing that he does for us is bad, and that we belong to him, and to him, inshallah, we will return. And so if your focus is that, then there's nothing on the planet that can darken your heart and pull you towards darkness, because in your heart the light of Allah will guide you towards him and him alone, inshallah ta'ala. This is something that I teach and help people with. If you want to book me for a one-to-one session, you're most welcome to, for spiritual healing and soul and heart recalibration with your mind, so that you can gain clarity and be able to live a life of purpose and meaning. And also you can join my weekly sessions, which are on Fridays, 11 a.m. UK time. You can join through Zoom, and we create art connected to the names of Allah and the ayats of Allah in a beautiful group of people, where we where we where we really bring beauty into the physical realm, along with healing our hearts, so that we can be prepared for our akhirat and this meeting, inshallah ta'ala. And if you'd like to start the journey on your own, you can also become a member of my Patreon. All the links are given below. You can check the sessions out. These are the sessions that have helped me shift my energy and come into the being that I am today, to serve my Allah and let go of all my um, limiting beliefs. So they're all available, accessible on my Patreon. Some of them are free, some of them you have to pay for. But again, healing is something, is an investment, not only for your dunya, but something that will help you in your akhirat. So if that's something that resonates with you and you'd like to give it a shot, please do become a member and support me there. So till the next video, I'm sending you love, light, and peace, everyone. Enjoy yourselves, and never ever forget, who you belong to is who you will be returning to. I love you. Take care. Allah Hafiz for now.